putting together an organization that creates a stronger voice for the Romanian American community. Even though on the formal program we have Dragos from Connecticut, unfortunately, well, or maybe fortunately, he's actually currently at an in-person outdoors fundraising event for the Romanian community there, and is no longer able to join us. We will try to put his intervention online somehow later on. But we're moving now to the final and one of the most important aspects of our work this year, which was all this time that we put into creating this joint platform. And we'll have Theo. Theo is a founding member of the Romanian American Professional Network, ROAM Pro, based in New Jersey. He has been active in the Romanian American community since 2014. In 2018, under ROAM Pro umbrella, he led the launch of the Romanian school in New Jersey. Theo lives in New Jersey with his wife and two daughters, and most importantly, throughout all this pandemic year, he's committed so much time in making sure that all of us community-based organizations or leaders of various organizations stay on point and follow the various steps needed in coming together with a joint national platform. He will present FORA, the Federation of Romanian American Organizations, the entity that we're developing for joint national exercises. Theo? Theo Lazar?
I hope you can hear me okay.
Yes, yes.
Excellent. Thank you so much for the invite, Theo. And it's such a pleasure to be here today. I was hoping that Dragos should be before me because Mihai's act is always tough to
Maybe
follow.
Slightly louder, I think.
Also the previous presenters. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, yes.
Great. I will try to present my screen if you guys could give me 1 second here. So. All right. All right. As Theo mentioned before, my name is Theo Lazar. By day, I'm a mechanical engineer with expertise in codes and standards and certification. By evening, nights, and weekends, I'm active on ROMAN Pro, which is the Romanian American Professional Network, an organization that is mainly active in the professional space, which is another great reason for me to be here today. For today, I would like to give you a quick overview of a new organization that it was initiated not long ago. And with that, I would like to move to my second slide to what was the reason for this organization. There are 3 factors that contributed to this project. So the spark came from the monthly calls organized at the beginning of 2019 that attempted to bring a number of community organizers and not-for-profit organizations to share what happens in their community. During these calls, we realized that we have a lot in common. As we realized watching these presentations today, there are a lot of great events that take place that sometimes we don't know about. There are common challenges and opportunities. So this was one of the reasons why some of the members of this group, and I'm happy that some of you guys are here today, decided to move forward with this project. The second factor is the pandemic, which really accelerated the move to the online activities and amplified the need for creating this organization and collaborating. One successful project that showed the power of organizing was the face shields this year for Romania. With the help of our organizations, we raised $60,000, which was used for 24 tons of clear plastic to create face shields. This was another aha moment for us. Like, okay, we do have this power to work together, and we can create new things, right? And the third factor was the need to speak with one voice. Whether that is with American or Romanian governments organization, it is important to show unity in approach and messaging on subject of common importance. So there are subjects such as visa waiver or simplifying processes and procedures at Romanian consulates for obtaining certain documentation. These are all things that I believe there is no question about that we all get would support, but again, that needs to be done with a common voice and through one common denominator, to one organization. So these are the three main factors that led to this creating this group. And well, who will turn this dream into reality? Well, if you look on the screen, with the exception of one individual, Bogdan Banu from Romanians of DC, everyone is in my screenshot. I bet you guys have probably seen by now many Zoom screenshots. Here is another one, and one that one of my favorite screenshots. So this is my dream team. Bogdan Banu from Romanians of New York, Otilia Baraboi from Arts, Flavius Bresneni, active in Philadelphia, Ionel Dragoșeu, Românul, Connecticut, Daniela Camrat, RUF, Chicago, myself, Mihail Hene, RUF, Chicago, Theodor Stan, IRF, and Simona Vasile, Romanpro, with additional contributions from Dana Bucin, our honorary consul from Connecticut. So we have 6 organizations behind this project: ARS, IRF, Românul, Romanpro, Romanians of DC, and Romanian United Fund. So what is this dream? What will we envision? Well, it took a little bit of talking, a little bit of debating, discussing to figure out what we're trying to achieve. And in a nutshell, we'd like to build a stronger Romanian American community and shape its legacy for the well-being of future generations. And probably this is one of the most common themes I've heard today in all presentations. How can we help better our community, and how can we project into the future? And there are a couple of values that that any member of this organization commit to, and we are committed to as well. Unity, together for better, together for common good. Integrity, know and do what is right. Excellence, raise expectations for ourselves and our communities. Leadership, inspire and help others for the common good. And I've heard a lot of leadership today, which is fantastic. We are definitely on the right path there. Resilience, never give up solving challenges. Again, I've heard a lot about resilience today. Respect, foster a culture of support, collaboration, appreciation, and compassion. Help each other, care for one another. Next, let's talk a little bit about the FORA project. Here is a timeline. Everything started, as I mentioned before, in September 2020 with the charter. What do we like to achieve? We started developing the mission and vision for the organization. And since September, I have to say, I'm so impressed by this team. Everyone routinely joined the calls, sometimes weekly calls. And we know how difficult it is nowadays, especially since most of our members have daytime jobs, have extra curricular activities, work in their respective communities, and you've heard some of them today during the call, and they dedicated time to this project as well. So I was really impressed by the dedication, and I still am. From September to today, I'm happy to say that we selected the organization name, which is the Federation of Romanian American Organization, FORA. We identified a domain for our website. We selected location for incorporation, which will be Washington, DC. We developed a logo, which you can see on the top left of the screen. We developed an online presence, website, Facebook page, LinkedIn, and Instagram pages, and developed the articles of incorporation. We also identified an attorney to assist us with the incorporation of the organization. identify the physical address, establish methodology for handling corporation costs, and develop approach for developing the new organization. So, you know, these are all tasks that you are all familiar with, and I don't have to get into details, but these are all time consuming, and it's an effort that all 6 organizations and individuals committed to. We committed to complete at least the first phase of the project. In progress, we still have the development of the bylaws, select initial officers and boards for incorporation purposes, incorporate the organization, and in September of 2021, launch FORA, which will be followed by the community engagement. Next, I'd like to speak a little bit about the FORA implementation approach, which is something that we spend quite a bit of time trying to find the best approach. As I mentioned in my previous slide, this initial phase 1 will be followed by the community engagement, which really starts today with the announcement of this project. This community engagement is meant to showcase FORA, why it was created, and also leverage our common expertise and knowledge and help other organizations, which really came from those monthly calls when we share things, but we realized we need to do it on a more organized way, as Mihai alluded as well in his presentation. We would like to present how to access government funding. We would like to represent the Romanian American community on global events, identify community leaders in communities that would like to become incorporated. I know that the first step towards incorporation is always a big step, and you always wonder, what does it mean? And many of us, we unwittingly took this step, and we learned a lot along the way. No one was trained before, or probably few people in school were trained on how to create an organization. Well, I know that when we started Roman Pro, there was a lot of work, and there were many things that we are not aware of. So we would like to support those individuals and tell them what to expect if they would like to go down that path, and to encourage them, to let them understand that they have a support group here. Also, once you have an organization, what is the best way to manage your board? How to attract new volunteers or membership. These are all common themes that many organizations are, if not all, are confronted with. And we're trying to find the best solutions, and we try to employ the best options that there are out there. So there is a lot that we can learn from each other. So in this phase 1, we'd like to organize webinars where we both present FORA and also give back to our community of organizations and local communities that do not have organizations, to help them in setting up their own groups and thriving and become part of this bigger umbrella. As I mentioned before, phase 1 was comprised of incorporation, building awareness around the not-for-profit space, building bridges with US and Romanian governments and EU counterparts, and develop phase 2 implementation approach and priorities. In developing this approach, the team considered a number of factors and challenges. First was the offering. As a new organization, we could not offer everything we envisioned on day one. So we need to find a way to grow organically to meet our vision. The second one, which was also very important to us, was relevancy. This group is a small subset of organization in all the US. I think yesterday, based on Alex Rufinescu's report, I've heard some amazing numbers, only 50 organizations in California. So we need to give the opportunity to entities and individuals to join and shape the vision for the organization. We started a vision this organization like to take, but again, we are painfully aware that we don't speak for the whole community. So we would like to invite the community to join us. This is just the foundation. Next would be the need. Are we really feeling a void? If this is a needed initiative or a wish, is this an ideal need or a wish of the founding members? This would be also something that we would like to understand, and would come only from the community engaging with us and vice versa. We need to have that collaboration, that dialogue, in order to better understand, okay, is this something we want to put time and resources in? The founding organizations already committed time and efforts to this project. But if this is not something that the community needs, then is this something that we would like to continue on we would like to continue on this path or not? Last one is balance. Find the right balance in the number of initial members to bring this first phase of the project to completion. While relevance is important, a large number of team members and the idea of slow implementation of phase one. I'm a project manager, and I know that, and probably you as well, based on the project you lead. Once you have a project that is larger than 15 individuals, it's very hard, especially if coming from different backgrounds, different areas. It'll be hard to really bring it to fruition. So how do we so one way is to really have a limited number of members so you can actually deliver something. And we are razor focused on delivering what we said we will deliver, which is really the foundation of this organization. So the phase one, as I mentioned before, is this foundation, the framework, and the vision. The initial board will incorporate, launch the organization, develop membership, and elect a new board in December for phase two. The phase two, build a presentation at local level, develop organizational membership, award and manage community projects, and develop organizational KPIs will be carried. This vision will be incorporated by the new board and will be working towards. And this new board, we hope, will be appointed at the end of, or during the month of December later this year. Some of the questions we'll have to answer is the approach for moving forward. Will this be a need-based assessment or a top-down approach? In other words, are we going to ask the community what is needed? Are we going to send surveys and try to get the pulse of the community? Or is it something that through your help of these organizations that are on this call, and not only, we can understand better what are the needs of our Romanian American community, and based on that, we will set our agenda and priorities. These are some decisions that the new board will have to make once they are elected. And of course, phase three would be live in the new building and thrive. So we are right now, we are in the creating phase of the foundation and the framework. There is still a lot of work to get to be done. As I mentioned before, in June, we are aiming to incorporate the organization, and in September to launch it. And once it's launched in September, we will be engaging with the community. Next, 12 reasons to join. What does FORA do for me? Well, FORA builds a stronger Romanian American community. That's the goal, and this is what will happen if we all rally behind one organization, and will help us speak with a single voice for the interest of and well-being of all the members. One thing that came up in our discussion I'd like to share with you was, well, can we just talk to each other and come up with a letter of some sort and put out a some kind of a statement on the market? Well, yeah, we can probably do that, but having one organization that has the support of all organizations that are in the United States, a Romanian American organization, will probably have a different impact on the message than putting together a letter or some kind of a press release on a theme of importance for all organizations. And also will give us, again, will allow us to have a voice in many discussions at the national level, both in the United States and in Romania. For organizations, better serve your local community through collaborative programs. As we've heard today, there are many collaborations happening. We can further democratize these relationships, these collaborations, by bringing everyone on board and giving everyone the opportunity to participate in these collaborations. Right now, it's done mostly through this personal relationship that we develop with each other. Lower cost by shared programs and initiatives. There is a lot to be said there as well. I know we're running out of time, so I'm not going to spend too much time on each item, but as you go down the list, everyone can see the benefits of joining this umbrella organization. Next, what's next? What are the next steps? What are you going to do? Well, first of all, just to reiterate, I would like to stay connected with you. We would like to stay connected with you and engage. It is very important to have this dialogue. It is very important to, and again, Theo, Ramona, great event. Thank you for organizing. We must continue dialogue. We must continue collaborations. And one way to keep in touch with our activities is by checking our website, fora-us.org, and our Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn pages. Another great way of employing the power of collaboration is to post on these pages. When you have events, start posting on these pages. The more of us are listed on those pages, the better it is. We can take that information and broadcast it in our communities, and also post it on the website. If you go to the website, you'll find actually our monthly calls listed there every third Tuesday of the month, where a group of people jumping on the call and share news from their community, what is happening, and you know, also from these discussions, we also find out whether or not there are any needs in those local communities. Is there any expertise needed? It's amazing what comes out of these calls. So I encourage you to attend these calls as well. And with that, I would like to thank you for your time. And actually, I'd like to open the floor for questions. If there are any questions related to this new umbrella organization. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Theo, and thank you for your commendable effort in presenting all of our efforts over these months, and of being the high point of the conference today. I'd like to point to something in your presentation that I think is indicative of how this exercise was implemented. We didn't come up with answers, we came up with the right questions, including now in the presentation, you're raising questions that need to be addressed, questions that lead to discussion that leads to finding resources. And I think that is essential. It was a futurist Toffler,